And so which one of us is credible and which one isn't? Well, Coach Greg in today's video, Bart K, he's at it again, proving I'm an idiot. I watched the video in entirety twice. He called me a C word about 10 times. He cursed at me, swore at me, up and down, back, forth, right, and center.
You're a roid junkie. You're a buffoon. You're an ignoramus. And you are a cowardly little
Cook! Not only myself, he picks on Lane Norton, basically says the guy's an idiot. Perhaps the only guy who knows less than Coach Greg is in fact Lane Norton. That the guy's a professor, although we can't find him having taught anywhere.
Who says I am or am not currently employed as a university professor? I don't mind telling you this part. This is fine. I am not currently employed as a university professor.
Well, which is it, Bart? You're either a professor or you're not. Lane Norton, PhD, he's been on Andrew Huberman's podcast, talking, he's well respected, but what are you? What have you done?
Fully self-employed as a YouTube content creator and influencer, and also as a marketer of a very fine range of nutraceutical supplement products.
And so he gave up his illustrious career as a professor to be fully employed, staying at home, living on a farm, and doing weight loss. No, sorry, not weight loss, fat loss, body composition changes. He's very literal, this guy. If you say anything that he can dissect literally, well, he's going to do that.
I have lectured at 8 different academic institutions of the university status.
Wow, he can count all the way up to 8. Guy watched Sesame Street. Congratulations.
In New Zealand, Australia, the United Kingdom, and in the US. Those are the facts on that, whether Lane Norton likes that or not.
Well, rather than list those, I'll just name the country that they exist in. Where is the proof?
Neither, Greg, do you have a set of balls. You are a coward. Front up to me face to face and let's deal with this issue on its merits.
Well, for being a guy who's so literal, he's saying I don't have a set of balls and I am on HRT, and so they are in fact smaller than normal, but I do have a nutsack. It exists. And so how dare you? I'm not going to show them. I don't want the video to get demonetized, but I have a set of balls. And so if you're going to be literal, then I'm going to be literal back. And so now that that's out of the way, I'm going to expose how he actually lost all that weight.
No, you're not. Because you don't know, Greg. You weren't there.
And so what he did to lose this weight is he primed his body by eating 6,000 plus of our so-called calories, of which they don't exist. He explains it in detail. Food doesn't actually have calories, whatever. And in comparison, he was only eating about 2,000 calories before. And so he tripled his calorie intake and lost 15 pounds, shows before and after transformation. And then he started the diet, 90 days. And in total weight loss in the 90 days, counting the priming, about 17 pounds. And so what he's trying to convince us is that he lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks of priming by eating till he was absolutely stuffed all the time. And then when he went on his actual diet, he only lost 2 more pounds. And just so you know, the guy is 5'6" and 135 pounds. Was never morbidly obese, so he's not a big guy, 135 pounds. And so what it seems is he was only able to lose weight, fat, call it what you will, while stuffing his face with over 6,000 calories. And then once he went back to a normal calorie diet, the weight loss stopped. And so, of course, calories in, calories out doesn't work. And so perhaps that's the secret. If you stuff yourself till you're sick all the time, eat until you're so full that you hate eating, that's what causes you to lose weight. And that calories in, calories out doesn't work. The secret is the more food you take in, the more weight you lose. And we're saying weight because it could be water and weight, and we're not talking about being surgically removing, and we're not talking about surgically removing body parts or dehydrating extensively. Guy used to drink a ton of alcohol.
Not a ton, a fair bit, but not a ton. A ton is 1,000 kilograms, Greg.
So you see how literal this guy is, and so you can't just talk to him like a normal human being. I don't know what's going on in his head. We're all on a spectrum, all of us. I don't know where he is on this, but he doesn't want me to just talk like a normal human being. We go back and forth, we talk, we have a conversation, we exaggerate certain things. He drank a ton of alcohol. No, I know it's not 1,000 kilograms. If I show a guy in a before and after photo and he lost a lot of weight and I say, wow, look at this guy, lost a ton of weight. No, he never lost a ton. That's over 2,200 pounds. Well, it's like, I know, I'm just saying like he lost a ton of weight. And why is this guy cursing so much, swearing so much, calling me the C word over and over again? And he keeps challenging me. I mean, if I didn't know any better and I was a different guy, I would think, is this guy challenging me to a fight? Like, he's so aggressive. He's so angry. Why is he like this?
Because you know you can't get anywhere near what I actually had to say.
Cook!
Coward.
That carbs are bad.
Carbs are bad. Exogenous carbohydrates are contraindicated in the human diet.
And so there you have it. Carbs are bad. They're contraindicative in the human diet. No one should ever eat carbs ever again. Bad. Oh, we all got it wrong. You don't lose weight by being in a calorie deficit.
No, you don't. Because calories are heat energy. You are never in a heat energy deficit.
And so what you should perhaps do is eat 6,000 plus of our so-called calories, and that is how you lose weight. It has nothing to do with being in a calorie deficit. Perhaps it has something to do with overeating till you're so full, the calories, they just melt away. And so call it an energy deficit. I don't care. The point is, you need less of something rather than more of something in order to lose something you're trying to lose. In order to run out of money, you have to spend more of it to have less. If you save more money than you spend, you're not going to go bankrupt. You're saving the money. And to me, food energy called calories, that is what we're referring to.
You pathetic, cowardly little
Cook!
Face me to my face, Gregory, and we will deal with this issue. And I will tear you 7 new assholes, you little boy.
Did you guys all just hear that? Is he challenging me to a street fight?
My academic CV is above reproach. My history in the academic field is above reproach. It's a matter of public record.
Well, where is this public record? I mean, we all want it. Like, a number of people have asked for this. We want to know where you were a professor, where you lectured at. Where is this public record? You're saying you don't want anyone to know where you worked. Really? Or is it because you don't want anyone to know that you haven't worked at these places?
Here is a boy who has been done for illegally importing steroids.
You can poke at me all you like, say, well, I'm a criminal, I had a bad past, did all these horrible things, importing PEDs makes me a horrible human being. Regardless of what I've done. For example, if you speed on the highway and you break the law and you get a ticket, it doesn't mean that you don't know what you're talking about. And so when you start insulting me and putting me down and saying that my information is inaccurate because of something I did over 10 years ago, well, what does that make you look like? On the side, what does he do? Well, he's, of course, a weight loss coach.
No, I'm not a weight loss coach, Greg. Another misrepresentation.
And so I got it completely wrong again. He's not a weight loss coach. Well, what is he?
People can talk to me about fat loss, body composition, if they want to. It's one of the topics that I'm expert in.
And so he's not a weight loss coach. He's a fat loss coach and body composition changing expert.
By the way, I thought I was unemployed. Which is it, Greg? Am I unemployed or am I a weight loss coach? Because it's neither.
And so when I said he's unemployed, I mean, he doesn't go out and work anywhere. He's not a professor. He's not being paid by university. He stays at home on his farm and he does YouTube for a living. And last I checked, YouTube ad revenue is not that high when you have 28,000 followers and you say the C word multiple times in a video. The ad revenue, it's very minimal in this range. You're not making a decent living. And so he's trying to get as many clients as possible to help them lose fat, not weight, even though he himself lost 15 pounds while eating over 6,000 calories a day, where he was priming his body to get ready for the diet, of which the first time he tried it after being 49 years of age, the first time in his life he was able to figure out how to eat proper, he was able to do it for 30 days. And then as soon as the 30 days was over, he went back to his old ways. And so he preaches how it's so sustainable. Well, yeah, it's sustainable if you choose to. Chicken, broccoli, and rice 8 meals a day for the rest of your life is very sustainable if you want to eat chicken, broccoli, and rice 8 times a day for the rest of your life. And so any diet you want to follow that you love all the time, of course, is sustainable. But his actions, they speak louder than words. And in comparison, mine. Been doing this for decades. He's been doing this for, a couple months? The guy's 50. He took him to the age of 50 to figure this out. And does he have decades of doing this to show that it works? No. And what if he had simply gotten my diet? Does he know it wouldn't have worked? Does he know for sure that if he had decreased his calories and had fruit and vegetables in his diet and stopped drinking all that alcohol, that he wouldn't have lost weight with my diet? He absolutely doesn't. He's never tried it. Just like I've never done carnivore for 30 days, and so I don't know what that would do for me. And so what does he do? He curses and swears, puts me down, calls me names from start to finish, and that's the way he does it. And remember, I promote a diet that's sustainable, that you can stick.
So is mine. Absolutely sustainable. If you want to sustain it.
Yet he states this is sustainable. Well, if you choose to do it and you stick to it, it is. But is it really? Do you have the willpower? The first time you try it, you lasted 30 days. You lasted 30 days. If it was so great, why did you only last 30 days? Oh my God, there's carbs in there. What a horrible idea.
Yes, that's right. Carbs are a very, very bad idea.
And so let's take this quite literally. Well, carbs are not your friend. Well, no, we should not personify objects. I personally believe that our friends should be human beings, not food items or a chair, and not even your friend Cal that you like discussing things with, because perhaps that's the only person that's willing to listen to you and have a conversation. Maybe you stop calling people the C word so much, and a-holes and cocksplats and cook morons and you name it. Perhaps then they would be more likely to be your friend. And you wouldn't have to be a friend with carbohydrates. And you wouldn't have to befriend food. Only thing, I eat healthy year-round.
No, you don't, Greg. I've seen clips in your videos of food that you're shoveling into yourself, or so-called food. It's not healthy, Greg.
And so if he sees anyone eating fruits and vegetables, for example, apples, spinach, pears, you name it, the guy says, oh, it's bad, it's unhealthy. But yet, this guy, he went through 30 days of a diet, and then as soon as the 30 days was over, he went back to drinking, eating corn chips and pizza. But yet he says his is so much better, it's so much more sustainable. But it took him till the age of 50 to be able to stick to it for more than 30 days. Decades.
There you go. There's an example. That is not healthy. Look at that.
And so on the screen, we see Greek yogurt and mixed berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and so on, and lettuce. This is not healthy. And so if you want to take his advice, well, by all means, go watch his channel and support Bart K. Great guy, must be, based on his dialogue, based on how he talks to other people, and I'm being sarcastic. You see the curse words in this guy's mouth? At least I'm not cursing and swearing at the guy, and I say if you want to follow a carnivore diet, you can do it. If that's the diet that you enjoy, then by all means, do that diet. But I am stating that you do need to be in a calorie deficit, well, so-called calories are here on Earth, to lose that weight. Quick interruption, if you want to get any of my clothing from the clothing line, this is the hoodie, please click the link in the description, use code Greg to get 10% off. The clothes are more comfortable than last time, they're absolutely amazing, the highest quality clothing you can get. These shirts, shorts, jogging pants, t-shirts, they will last for years. It's not flashy with a bunch of logos and words, it's got the simple circle, it feels good, great item, please consider getting some of my clothing. He had a former video coach, Greg. It was taken down by YouTube.
No, it wasn't, Greg. Another lie. I took it down.
He voluntarily chose to take it down. Okay. But he still had another video on Coach Greg. It was worse than these ones. More cursing and swearing, more horrible language. And he chose to take it down. And remember, YouTube actually did take 3 of his videos down. He just says this. And so perhaps he was scared that YouTube would take that video down, that it was so bad that perhaps he didn't dare. But he says it's somewhere else. I don't know where it is. But that's what this guy does.
Do more than 5 seconds of research before you open your stupid, rancid, pustulous, excremental face.
Cook!
Try that.
And so I kind of have to question the viewers. Like, he's saying that anyone that follows me is a moron, and perhaps they are. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. But why are you all watching Bart K? Like, are you, in fact, supporting this kind of language, this kind of abuse? Like, when you watch this video, I mean, for me, it's just entertaining because I can't believe he talks like this. But when you're watching him and you're a subscriber, do you support him doing that? Like, do you like it when he does that? Like, is that an extension of what you would want to be as a human being? Would you want to talk to your friends that way? Or even your enemies? Really, think of it. Consider, Bart K is the polar opposite, saying the exact opposite things of me. But have I screamed at him? Have I cursed him up and down? Have I tried to do that to him? And in comparison, what has he done to me?
It was all about bloating and distension of the abdomen. and a small amount of fat that came off.
And so why don't you just eat 6,000 calories more all the time? Why don't you forever eat 6,000 plus calories? You can stay shredded, have single-digit body fat, be an amazing specimen. You eat in a deficit, hopefully you're lifting weights and doing cardio, of which...
No, that's a bad idea, Greg. That is totally contraindicated. You should do no such thing.
And why are you against lifting weights and doing 150 minutes of cardio for weight loss? You're saying you're 135 pounds at 5'6". I'm not saying that that's not a healthy weight, but is there something wrong with having muscle? Is that something bad? Should we avoid it? And how is cardio bad? Why is it bad to do cardio? Studies do in fact support the fact that doing cardio will in fact help you lose weight and live a longer, healthier life. Standing relaxed, stomach sticking out versus flexed.
Yeah, look at that.
Cook!
Roid ab that was going on the left there. That's roid abs there, Greg.
And so when I stick my stomach out to make me look bloated, it's called roid abs. But when he does it, it's called, that's my normal relaxed state. And then I ate 6,000 plus calories for 2 weeks and lost 15 pounds.
Ergo destroying your argument about calories in, calories out right there on the spot. Because your argument was, and I quote, the only way to lose weight is to be in a caloric deficit.
Well, you could also go and visit the bathroom. I'm not going to say what you could do in there. Something to do with the toilet and food going in it that was once swallowed. And so perhaps that's what it is. I'm just saying, if we're going to be literal, when I say to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit, we all knew that you could surgically remove body parts, that you could not drink any water and dehydrate yourself. And if you eat all this food, but don't keep the food down, that those calories are not going to be digested, you're not going to get the energy from them, and hence you're going to lose weight.
You're a roid junkie. You're a buffoon. You're an ignoramus. And you are a cowardly little...
Well, technically speaking, how am I a roid junkie if I'm on 140 milligrams of doctor-prescribed medication a week? Earlier in the video, you said doctors, you can't talk to them, you can't talk to dietitians about weight loss, but I certainly hope you can talk to a doctor, an endocrinologist about hormones and hormone replacement, of which I was given a prescription for. And so here's my prescription for Delatestrel. Quite literally, it's a prescription. It has my name on it. You see that? Greg Austin has my name. It's for me. And so how am I lying? I've shown you my prescription. But where is your diploma? Where is the proof that you've taught at all these universities?
Which one of us is a professor of health science and which one of us is a fairly popular YouTube influencer? Which one of us is credible, Greg? And which one of us is you?
If you're going to criticize my diet, well, I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to show the world. And so which one of us is credible and which one isn't? Well, you're supposed to be a university professor, an expert in the field on nutrition, physiology, and so on. But this is what I get.
For those who want to know, I'm 5'6" and about 135 pounds. Give or take.
140 pounds.
About 135.
And so he corrects me. Apparently he's 5'6", 135 pounds. Thought he was 140. He's 135. And so perhaps if I took his advice, stop working out and stop lifting weights, I could get into the amazing shape that he's in. After all, I mean, what I'm doing, clearly not working. I'm 47 years of age, 5'6", 193 pounds, about 8.5%, 9% body fat, winning bike races. And so which is it? Are carbs inherently bad? Are they really bad? Is it those mixed berries and Greek yogurt that's ruining my physique, my health? That if I only cut those out and ate 6,000 plus of our so-called calories a day from a carnivore diet, that I'd be a specimen once and for all. I'd finally look good. I'd finally get that dream physique. Or is the fact that I've been doing this my entire life, I've quite literally been training for 37 years, did 42 shows natural, trained natural for over 20 years, abused PEDs for 10, got off of those, now have a doctor's prescription for HRT from an endocrinologist, an expert in hormones. Or perhaps I should have consulted with Bart because he's an expert on everything, he knows more than everyone. And so the choice is yours. You can do carnivore, keto, vegetarian, vegan, OMAD, fasting, intermittent fasting, do whatever you want. You can even do my Circle Diet book. Tens of thousands of people lost weight listening to me. Or you can listen to Bart K. Looking to get my Circle Diet book, my life's work, how to lose weight and keep it off for the rest of your life. It's not some diet you can follow for 30 days, maybe 90, for the rest of your life. Or to get my cookbook, please click the link in the description. And so interested in any of my books or the supplements, please use code Greg. You get 10% off. Click the link in the description. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm, like the video if you liked it. Come on, guys and girls circles, like the video. Watch one of the 2 bloops. Follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette IB Pro. And until next time, I'm out.